Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Glob and Boopin here, back with another deck profile. Today I'm doing Scareclaw, mannadium Scareclaw. Sorry for not uploading in a while, just haven't really done much, haven't really gotten any like new decks to cover, and just haven't really been playing the game much, but this deck caught my eye because I think it's really fun, and it's for anybody who likes synchros. It's a great little synchro deck that does utilize some links, but it's not like the main combo of this deck. So before I get on with the profile here, if you could comment, like, and sub, that really helps me out. I would love to get more people. I'm aiming for 100 subs, so always helps out. So without further ado, let's begin the video. So essentially, the heart and soul of the deck is 3 Visa Starfrost. He triggers off the mannadium cards because they all have to be, a lot of them get effects based on if they're destroyed by battle or card effect, and he destroys by card effect to summon himself, plus he's a level 6 tuner, which helps you go into your Synchro 10s. Then the next really good card, Scareclaw Reamheart. He's essentially a searcher, and he has a quick effect where he can pop a mannadium monster and special summon himself, and which plays really well into these next two cards, 3 Meek and 3 Fearless. Both of them have this similar effect where if they are destroyed by battle or card effect, they summon another copy of themselves, which essentially is really great because they're both your tuners. Fearless is the worst one because he gives, when he's summoned back by using his effect, he essentially just gives you one of your synchro monsters a free 500 attack, while Meek when it summons another copy of itself from the deck, it makes that one become a level 4. So much better than the rest. So that is what it is with that. Then for the Scareclaw monsters, for currently I'm just running 3 Rykart because he searches out any Scareclaw card, which is mainly the Splash that I'm playing, and if there are 3 more defense position monsters on both players' fields, I also get to draw one. So, and he's crucial to link off into I can either link him or VSS off and get the link 1 to search field spell. So I am thinking about playing the other Scareclaws just essentially because of Tryhard, and they can help a lot making some of the other cards. But on to the spells. I play 3 of the Peaceful Planet. When it's activated, I can search a mannadium monster or a Visa Starfrost, which this plus Visas is full combo, or that plus Reamheart is also full combo, or just this plus anything else can also turn out to be full combo, even without Visas, but it's a great card, nonetheless. And, almost forgot to mention, it also, when a mannadium monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can summon it back from grave. So essentially it's like you Reamheart, when you use Reamheart's effect or Visas effect to pop the Meek, you go Meek 1 and Field Spell 2, the Chain Block, and then you get the Meek back as a level 2 tuner, but then Meek's effect gives you another copy from your deck as a level 4 tuner. So, really helpful. Then the next bit is 3 Obsession. Essentially, target a monster you control, destroy it, any monster, and then search out the field spell. Or if you already have the field spell, you can search out any mannadium spell or trap. So essentially it's your terraforming or other searcher, which is just really good. And it also has an additional effect where you can banish it from your grave and special summon 1 VSS Starfrost or a monster of 1500 attack and 2100 defense from your hand. So pretty good. Then I only play the 1 draw 2. You reveal a mannadium, draw 2, place 1 from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and then you can banish it from grave if you want to summon a Visa Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense from your hand. So Really good, but can be bricky if you play more than one. Then on to scareclaw spells. I play one Reich. There's no reason to play more, and also sorry about the lighting, but there's no reason to play more than one. You don't need it for more. Some people play two. I like it at one because I don't really want to see it in my opening hand. I want to see the other cards. And then Arrival. Some have tried to say, oh, one's only good because blah blah blah, and I'm like, you do realize that the revival effect is not once per turn. It's the banish to protect your Link 3, which is Tryhard, which is the once per turn. So if you open up full combo and you open up at least one of these or two of these, you get Reichardt back twice, or and you're a Scareclaw. Then on to the one-ofs. I'm using a blank card, but essentially Change of Heart, Terraforming, Call By, and Reinforcement of the Army. I can't find my Rhoda, so lucky me, right? But Change of Heart, I know some people are like, it's not that great, but it's still a monster steal, and it can bait out and negate. And then Terraforming, self-explanatory. Call By, also self-explanatory. This lets you search any warrior, which level 4 low warrior, which Riemhart and Reichardt are important. Then on to the mannadium traps. This is kind of a weird one, but I play Reckoning, which is an Omni Negate if you have a Synchro, so you can stop them from like Dark Rulering your board, and then if they think they can be like, oh, I'll just Raigeki you afterward, you still have your monsters for negates. And this Breakthrough is actually kind of a insane trap. So you can target a Synchro in your grave, special summon it, then if it was a light Synchro, pop one card, destroy a card on the field. And they both have banish effects, which are okay. They're not like the greatest. I mean, you can, but essentially, it's still pretty good cards nonetheless. Then on to the hand traps, 3 Ash, which is 3 Ash, 3 Bell, and triple Imperm. Ash and Imperm are just standard. Bell is not, but you can substitute Bell out for anything you like. But Bell this format was really great. I found success with it at a regional in Indy this past weekend. It was pretty helpful. But now on to the extra deck. Starting off with the Link part of the deck, I play 2 Lightheart. So this is the terraforms. This is basically the terraforming for the extra deck, the Search the Reich. But what a lot of people don't know is that she can reborn herself if you have a Scareclaw monster on the field for free, but you can only do that once per duel. So it can help you climb in into your Link package. Just 1 IP. I haven't really ripped her out, but sometimes she can be useful for IPing into a Tryhard to give Tryhard more protection. 1 Cross Sheep. This guy is so good. It basically builds into your deck and helps you get into more synchros and the other links for a deck too. Then the next one is obviously Tryhard. Tryhard's just a funny little Link 3 that people are just now catching on to. That's really good, and I'm just like, it's been good since it came out. It's a boss monster that's like, yeah, do something about it. If you don't have anything to stop it, then have fun. And then 1 Appaloosa. Appaloosa is just great, and Cross Sheep helps getting in Appaloosa because you use Cross Sheep plus 2 other monsters and have a 3 negate Appo. So really good card. Then on to the fusions. You only play 1 but 2 copies of Vicious Astrolaud. He's a level 8 that if you have a level 2 tuner, you can go into Synchro 10 plays, which you have a good amount of Synchro 10s that help. And you banish VSAS and any monster that has 1500 attack and 2100 defense. It has to be exactly that stat. Some people think you can just banish 2 monsters with 1500 attack, 2100 defense. No, it has to be VSAS. And it can't just be like, oh, banish 2 VSAS because VSAS has the attack stat or the same stats but reverse. No, it still has to be just 1500 attack and 2100 defense. If it says and or or like gives another one where it can be 2100 attack, 1500 defense, this card would be really great. On Fusion Summon, it's a pop, and it gains the attack, and it's just a nice little beat stick. And not only that, it works well with Cross Sheep because it triggers off Cross Sheep's fusion effect when you have a fusion monster on the field, which you can revive a level 4 or lower from your grave. So, really detrimental. I play 2 because the first one you use just for free, and then the second one, it's like if you're going to battle phase. Cool. For the synchros, I play 1 Nat Beast, 1 Charge Warrior, just because free draw 1 if you have kind of like a bricky hand. 1 Excel Synchro. Really, really great card. It helps you get into Dispatter, which Dispatter requires a dragon, and Dispatter is insane. Then 1 Chang'an, because you will have banished cards. Minimum always 2, because of Vicious Astrolabe. 1 Chaos Angel. Angel is just insane this format, because it gets effects based off the attributes that you use for synchro summoning, just light and dark. Light, it basically says, hey, all your synchro monsters are unaffected by your opponent's monster's activated effects, and dark, your synchro monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, and it also applies it to itself. So, fat monster, 3500 attack, that gains extra effects that are just really great. Then, like I said earlier, 1 Dispatter. Dispatter's insane because it lets you summon back a banished monster. And then if your opponent activates the effect, you can chain, where if you shuffle back when you're banished, you get to banish their monster. Sorry, banish or destroy. And then if you shuffle back when they're banished, you negate and destroy your banish. So, really insane card. And then your last Synchro 10 that you make a lot of, good old Baron de Fleur. It's Omni Negate, and it has a pop, and it can tag out to bring back your Synchros. So, overall, that is my extra deck. Some of you might be wondering, why are you playing Nat Beast without your without the Scareclaw? It's just there. But I'm definitely going to post another list with Scareclaw, because having like 1 Balone and 1 Astra on top of Tryhard is really good. Just because I can revive and search, and then next turn I have other stuff. Or if I have it on field, I can make that and do extra plays, so really great. For side deck, this is just my opinion, but 3 Santa Claus. It's a kaiju that doesn't suffer the kaiju claws or the kaiju's effect, where it's like each player can only control 1 kaiju, period. So if they have 3 monsters and you have 3 Santa Claus, you just board wipe them. So, or you just got rid of some really annoying cards. Next is Ogre. Simply just for sprite matchup, because some people don't know that the gigantic sprite does not detach for cost, it detaches for effect. So if he activates that and you Ogre it, it gets rid of it. Plus it's just helpful against some stuff. 1 Pank. It's only at 1, and it's a great card if you open it. Only 2 cross out. 3's a little bricky, and sometimes I don't want to see cross out because of mannadium. I can play through a lot of hand traps. Literally, dimensional barrier is just an insane card. For the tougher matchups like Branded and Kashtira, I can do that and stop them from making a Rise Heart, and then Branded just completely says, okay, I pass turn. So, really good card. And then, last card, Evenly Matched, Board Breaker, self-explanatory. I've had a couple times where people will chain an effect to pop my Evenly Matched on the field, and they don't realize that it doesn't stop Evenly from going off. It just basically says, hey, I control no cards no more because I don't control Evenly Matched, so your whole board gets board wiped. It gets banished, so... And I know, right? It's like, who's dumb enough to do that? Well, that's a question you should be asking others, but yeah, that's essentially just this deck. It's definitely fun. It's definitely consistent. It definitely makes really good boards. It definitely holds its own against board breakers, kaijus, and sphere modes, and lava golems are obviously like the things that it can't really do much with, but name a deck that can do combo that can hold its own against stuff like that, unless you play something that says can't be tributed. So, but yeah, that's essentially the deck profile. It's a very fun, consistent deck that I think once it gets its new Synchro 6, which is essentially Kick Kalos in Synchro form, this deck's really gonna shoot off. But it's like until then, right now we still got a worth it deck, a very fun deck. It is kind of pricey because VSAS is in the 30s, the field spell's in the 30s too, so you are looking at minimum 180 if you don't have those already. And extra deck's no joke either because Baron's still a meta card. Excel Stardust is still meta. Chaos Angel, which is new, is absolutely top tier because a lot of our decks are playing it. But yeah, if you got the money, I definitely recommend picking this deck up. Or if you have the trades, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's definitely a fun deck. Definitely worth its value. So that's Mannadium Scareclaw, guys. Again, hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. And again, it would really mean a lot if you just subscribe. It's free. You can unsubscribe anytime you want. And leave a comment and a like. Again, helps me out. But thank you, and I will see you guys next time.